everybody for it 6 like back, and I just wanted to share something with you. So this came up yesterday and I didn't get a chance to play around with it much, but I wanted to do something and show this to you. Let's turn the music volume down a bit. Man, that was really loud. So we go back to editing tools. I wanted to get into this yesterday and I ran out of time by the end of the day, so I didn't get a video up, but I wanted to show you this. It came out in the B83 release yesterday morning, to the best of my knowledge. But this is the new, they're calling it the editing tool, but I don't think you can actually edit. As you recall from Season 14, Series 14, Alpha 14, my map was named Avoti, A-V-O-T-I, and it was a random gen map, which are always large. So we're going to set this to 5, and we're going to tell the game to generate that. Now what this does, you'll see it says it may take up to 2 minutes. It hasn't taken that long yet for me, but it's procedurally generating the map based on your seed. As most of you know, some of you that are new may not, the seed is whatever you name your map. So you could put in, and I think it's, I forget, I think it's 8 or 10 characters that it reads, but you could put in numbers, letters. I don't know what else it accepts. We might be able to test that later on just to see, but it uses those as like a hash so that it can generate the world based on that. And I don't know what each letter or number in the sequence represents to the hashing generator in the game, but you'll see when this comes up, it will have generated. There we have it. So this is the Avoti map world. And while Madmole said that the cities were no longer going to be, the hub cities were not going to exist, they were no longer going to be at 0 by 0, and they would be more random than that. You can see here, we're scrolling out, you can scroll in and out with this. And it looks like that's as far as it's going to let me scroll out. There's a lot of freaking cities in this seed. And that's just flipping awesome. And you can see also, this is going to give you, at the very least, right now, you know what 0 by 0 is by looking at this map. You can say, oh, well, this is the center, even if there wasn't a city right here. With the new socketed generation of terrain, you might have a city that stretches along a road that runs along a river instead. But there's going to be something here, and if you zoom all the way out and you're looking at that map, you can just kind of eyeball it and say, well, there's red right here, this is in general 0 by 0, and then before you create your world, you can come in and say, you know what, I know that in the center of the map, if this city right here was not in the map, maybe these 5 would, and you could say, well, if I mark 0 by 0, I know that east and west of that, almost due east and west of 0 by 0, there's going to be cities, and then to the one that's west of that, directly north and south, there's going to be more. And I know that if I follow north on this road that goes up from the one that's west of that, eventually I'm going to go through 2 cities. The first city is actually going to have a road that runs up to a very large city. So being able to go in and preview your world like this it's going to give you an idea of where you want to go, where you want to head. It looks to me, I don't know. I can't quite tell. I think in the last time we were in a desert city, and if you had to make me guess, I would have thought it was this, but on the map it should have been this. If this is desert, these brown splotches, that's a freaking huge one right there. But if those are deserts, then, you know, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what all this is. This is maybe desert, maybe plains. You would assume that this is water, all this blue. The whitish areas should be snow biome. Purple is maybe irradiated or desolation. I don't know. I'm looking forward to that. It's gonna be pretty cool, I think, to be able to just check out and see the map before you go in. And before we end this, I want to show you something else that's pretty freaking cool. Yeah, you can see it, can't you? It's starting to focus in there. What is that? Oh my god. It's labels. Now, the problem I see, army camp, farm shed, cabin, right? The problem I see with this is the towns. Now, this is pretty interesting right here. This to me looks like a row of shops. Like a Working Stiff and a Shamway and a Poppin' Pills and a bookstore. So anyway, you're looking at this town. It looks like we can see, you know, the different kinds of shops and houses and stuff that are going to be in there. And this will come with experience. I guess we'll know, like, what is this? Is this a phone pole or a light pole? Is that a garden shed? Or is this a garden shed, a garage? Maybe this is a house and this is a garage. I don't know. And what is this right here? Because it could be some kind of stream or river. But it looks to me like it should be a road, right? So is there some kind of road that actually goes in and it swoops around inside the town? That usually doesn't happen. So I don't know. That may be part of the new socketed system. This right here is what I was talking about as far as the problem that I see with the towns. When you get zoomed in on one of those large towns, there's going to be no way to see what's in there. You know, no way to tell. Business tan brick. Street lights. So it looks like that might be a street light right there. Maybe that's what that is then. So I guess as far as this, I think it's pretty neat. It's going to be great as far as looking at the map and seeing what we're doing before we jump in, and give us an idea of where we want to start out, or not necessarily start out, because we're not necessarily doing that, but at least you're going to be able to look and say, well, if this is 00, I want to be, you know, west of that, so place a temporary marker and get headed in that direction, especially if you like start way down here or something, you know. Gives you a chance to get going the way that you want. To make this more useful, they're going to have to add some stuff to it, like sliders for ratios on the biomes maybe, and I frankly I don't expect to see them do anything like that right away, but you could do something like sliders for ratios on biomes to say, well, I only want 10% desolation or burnt biome in my map because I really don't enjoy those areas and don't want to play in them. So you might be able to maximize the desert if that's where you prefer to play. Some other things that you might be able to do eventually is go in. I guess probably editing the XML would help to limit the number of different buildings. Like if you didn't like, what do we have? The Ostrich Hotel. Maybe you hate that for some reason. It brings back bad childhood memories. Go in there, and if there was checkboxes for the different types of buildings, maybe you could uncheck the Ostrich Hotel. You know. So there we go. That's it. The new terrain generation random gen world previewer. I hope you enjoyed this first look. I'm going to try and get this episode up right away so that you guys get a chance to check it out. And I don't know if we're going to start a world in random gen right away or not, because I think everything that's in random gen is in Navsgain, and everything that is in Navsgain is not in random gen. For instance, the canyon isn't there. So, you know, I'm looking forward to Navsgain being a little more stable to random gen until the official release. So we'll continue playing in Navsgain and restarting the game as the new builds require us to do that. And if things are looking pretty solid, like we can afford to do it, then maybe we will start a random gen map as well and run that series until the official build, and then we'll start one to do Series 15 on. So there you have it, folks. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed that first look. If you like what you're seeing, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe and you'll get notifications when I put up new videos like this one. What else? If you've got questions, comments, thoughts, opinions, if you see bugs, if you see quirks, that kind of stuff, especially because Alpha 15 is experimental right now, let me know, and I will send them up to the fun pimps, and hopefully they'll fix it or figure it out or whatever. And of course, last but not least, as always, if you have friends, send them on over to check out the channel. Maybe they'll have some opinions or some comments or some suggestions of their own. And if they don't, then what the heck? So be it. Thanks, folks. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode. See ya.